starting out, you guys have 5 seconds to tell me down in the comment section your favorite Dragon Ball Z game of all time. Hey, how's it hanging? It's your boy AZ Lazy Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things from Dragon Ball Z games in general that I would like to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Let's get straight into the video. The first one I want to talk about is mini games, like in Dragon Ball Z Infinite World, chasing bubbles around, the little races that you had to do, anything like that. The only mini game I can remember really playing in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was probably the milk thing, and I don't know if you really could consider going to help Namek get the Dragon Balls in mini game or not, or a mission. I feel like it drove the story though, so it didn't really count as a mini game. But fun little mini games like that in the hub, whichever hub we get, would be pretty cool to see. I think mini games as a filler would be a pretty good thing if you guys run out of missions or people get bored with online and stuff like that. And it'll probably even make for good party games for people to do with their friends. Mini games are always fun for people to do on the side, and they're always really memorable if done right in video games. And I think Dragon Ball Z has a lot to offer with mini games, seeing as we have so many little fun characters like the Mantis, Bubbles, Poir, Oolong. We have plenty of characters that are there for the mini games to be made. We just got to figure out how they would go about doing it. So following up talking about hub worlds, I'd like to see capsules come back, how Budokai 3 did them, and even Ultimate Tenkaichi did them. And so in the capsules in those games, you could find clothes and skills for certain characters, or even your own CAC, which could be a thing in Xenoverse, seeing as Xenoverse is all about our CACs. Ultimate Tenkaichi did it the best in my opinion. I mean, sure enough, it might take away from doing parallel quests and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure there'd be some workaround to where every time you do a mission, you unlock new capsules and stuff like that, instead of every capsule just being able to be discovered in the Kantan City or whatever hub world it is we get. Yeah, clothing, accessories, and skills, all discoverable things, hairstyles, anything you can think of. Staying on the topic of hub worlds, I want the Dragon Balls to be able to be found in hub worlds like on open world games. Maybe they can make this just an offline feature, seeing as everyone will be looking for the Dragon Balls if they're online. You can only find them one person at a time. That might make the game too competitive. But like in Budokai 3, where you fly around and in between missions you can find the Dragon Balls and stuff like that, that's how I'd like it to be for Xenoverse 3. It'll make people actually want to explore the scenery of whatever hub world it is we have. I would say how it was in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but in that one the Dragon Balls were actually in the maps while you were fighting, and so that would be kind of difficult to manage that while still trying to fight, because what if the person sees the Dragon Ball too and they try to kill you? Okay, so enough of talking about hub worlds and stuff like that. The next thing I'd like to see from an old Dragon Ball game is what if scenarios. We saw a lot of them in the Raging Blast 1, Budokai 1, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and I don't remember if they were in Tenkaichi 2 as well. But as the years started to go on, we started to see less of those, and they were really fun to see and really fun to play through, especially ones where us as the community talked about them and it actually becomes a thing in the game. It was really awesome to see happen, and I think it's something they could bring back, even if they bring back some older scenarios that already were in Dragon Ball games. Some of my favorite what if scenarios I think I saw was Gohan and Goten meeting Bardock in Raging Blast 1, and then another one that I think was Cell absorbing Krillin. That was pretty funny to see back in Budokai 1. But one I think would be very interesting to see is if Goku was from planet Vegeta and Vegeta was from planet Earth. Last but most definitely not least, I'd love to see playable giant characters come back. With all this talk of Orange Piccolo being DLC in Xenoverse 2 and Beast Gohan possibly coming, I'm wondering what they'll do for Cell Max. I'm pretty sure if he'll be a raid boss, he could possibly be playable, just like all the Great Apes were in Tenkaichi 3, and they made it fair when you fought against them. We had Great Apes, Janemba, we could even possibly have Cell Max in the future. I just see so much potential that was taken away with that, and it was really fun and really weird to see on screen, especially if you ran them up and saw someone use a giant character. Giant characters were well balanced back then, and I'm sure there'll be a way to balance them out now to make them pretty even, and we can keep them transformable like they were in the older games on certain maps with moons and stuff like that. Alright you guys, we're now at the end of the video, and if you guys enjoyed this video, I suggest you go check out my playlist where I talk about all things Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. I upload there every Friday. It's about 16-17 videos in there right now. I hope you guys enjoy. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next vid. Peace.